Welcome back to MTFC TV, and joining me at this time is manager Dave Hoole. Dave, we've seen a plethora of players come in, from Harry Vince to Jan Yeomans to this evening Jerry Nash and Marcus Marshall. It appears you're getting your troops ready for the new season.
Yeah, very pleased with the latest two signings. Jerry's an outstanding talent. He's had a great season with Basford, but he's also been playing week in, week out with the university. It's a very good standard. So yeah, all good, mate, all good.
Looking at Marcus Marshall, he's another quite pacey, tricky winger. Are you looking to play Marshall with Chappell and Cribbley? Are you going for a three-pronged attack with Harrod, or?
Without letting too much on, I mean, it's Marcus is a quality player. I mean, that's what we've said we're going for all season. The type of players, tricky, quick. Marcus has played really well up top as well. He's played a few games with Alfreton up top. He's well seasoned. He was at Blackburn, Grimsby, I believe, had a very good season at Rotherham. Come to Alfreton, and now at Matlock. So yeah, Marcus is probably a player which he'll be an attacking player, if I can say that much.
We've seen Harry Vince come in, who was on loan here. Jan Yeomans was on loan. You obviously brought them back from Boston United. What was the thinking behind that?
Well, the thing is with Harry, Harry got a lot of interest off bigger clubs. You know, I did my own work on Harry, found out what type of player he was, and he was very well sought after. He's an up and coming player, and he's, I spoke to Harry about his own individual game and how we can improve his game, and push him on to bigger and better things if that's what he's after, and he's at the right club to do that. We've got a pedigree now of pushing players on to pro clubs. Not that we want to lose anybody, obviously, but yeah, it'll most definitely improve Harry's game and open us out at the same time. If we can keep hold of that type of player and encourage that type of player to be at Matlock, and yeah, everything's looking good for us.
We've seen with Jan coming in as well. I believe under you he played left back and right back. He's quite adaptable, but he did finish the season with us because he was recalled by Boston. What's your plans with him?
I mean, but the game's what Jan was under when I took the caretaker. It was a player, I played at left back. It was very composed. Use of the ball was very clever. It never went big or long. It was always short, looking to play, looking at the options, and he always worked hard. And he was a great defender as well. Like I said, obviously it's not worked out too well at Boston for him because he's been on loan to us, and now he's with us full time, which I'm over the moon for. Yeah.
To go to some comments I've seen from our fans online, people have been asking what's the situation with the goalkeeper. Are we going to see Phil Barnes carry on this season? Are we going to see anybody new come in? Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, we're in contact with Phil. Also, Richard Walton, we're in contact with him as well. What I will say, we've got great connections with Derby and Chesterfield. We've got a couple, the trialist what's coming through as well in pre-season. We've got a couple of keepers, one ex-Chesterfield who's been released there. So yeah, it's not nailed down as such, but we've got 3 or 4 what we can choose from, which are high quality, top rate keepers. So yeah, that's an area which the competition is going to be great. So we've not really made his mind up on that one, not just yet.
To switch to the other end of the field and the striker position, we've not seen any movement on that currently. Is the plans in the next few weeks to bring in a strike partner for Sean, or have you got people on mind you're going to bring in for trial instead?
Well, we've got, like I say, we've got one or two trialists who's played centre forward, but like I spoke earlier, Marcus and also Jordan have played up top. So we're not ruling those guys out to team up with Sean, just for the pace. But we'll see. We've got one or two what's on the verge of coming in. So yeah, one or two more coming.
looking back and comparing, I think we've signed people a month earlier than last season. You appear to want to get your squad sorted early doors. Do you think you'll have more of a complete idea of what your side looks like when the lads return pre-season training, and then over the pre-season games hammer it out? Or are you saying, well, 11 spots, there's competitions there, it's up for anybody to get a hold of their spot?
No, I mean we've worked tirelessly as you know yourself, me and Sean, getting this certain players into the side, which has got the core of the side now, which we're very pleased and very happy about. Players will come and go who's not attached to a club. You know, we've got about 8 or 9 trialists what's coming from pro clubs or clubs what are out and about there. And no doubt there'll be players knocking on the door, sending me messages, wanting to come because it's not worked out for the first couple of weeks of pre-season at the current club where they're at. And until the season starts, yeah, players will come, players will go. You know, so we've got the core, we know what we're after, the type of player what we're after. So it's okay. We're not a million miles away.
We've seen Joe Dole-Charles depart this previous week just gone. Can you talk about what sort of loss that is for the team, and what's your plans for that role in the team?
Yeah, Joe is. It was, you know, all the fans. I don't have to speak too much about Joe because everybody knows what Joe's all about. He's 120% man. What I will say, the games which I had hold of with Joe, I think that's brought his game on tenfold, giving him a specific role as a holding midfielder. He won the ball, distributed it well. His work rate was phenomenal, and it was a big loss with Joe. Well, I will say we did his absolute utmost to keep hold of Joe, with his personal, I won't say issues, but his personal circumstances, which we, you know, financial side of it, which we matched. It was just one of those things from Joe's point of view. His personal side is, you know, his wife they both just had a little baby. A lot of travelling, which we all know in this league. Colville was on his doorstep, and they've just gone into created the Midlands League, so it's not that much travelling for Joe. And although it kills me to say, I understand what Joe's going through. It was a hard decision for Joe. I will say that. He spoke to him, and I was one of the first ones to ring him. And not so much congratulate him, but tell him the door's always open at my club, which he knows that. Wished him all the very best, and I totally understood his circumstances. So, yeah, Colville's game, our loss. But going on to the other question, you know, we didn't hang about. We'll look for a replacement as soon as possible, because Joe did leave a big hole. And 1 or 2 of the signings what we've brought in, I think they're more than capable of filling his boots, to be fair.
We've seen as well people online talking about likes of Jake Green, Michael Williams. Obviously at this point of the season players have got holidays planned, they're busy with work. Will we see any more of the lads who played last season retain for this upcoming one? Yeah,
I think so. We're in talks with the players what we had last year. Obviously, as we all know, players come and go. Yeah, we're just waiting on a few lads to get back off holidays. Obviously, Jake Phillips has said, yeah, all's good. He'll be back next season. But obviously, he's in Liverpool, so it's a bit of a trek for him to come over and sign. So, you know, but we've agreed terms with Jake. But yeah, you know, Willow and what have you. It's in the process of discussing, not so much personal terms, but just batting a few things out, and, you know, letting the guys understand what direction we're going. You know, if they're going to be on board, then great. If they're not, then you know, with all my best wishes, you know, please go on and fulfil your career elsewhere.
To finish things off, we've seen the amalgamation of a lot of pre-season friendlies getting together now, the likes of Gresley, AFC Mansfield. Obviously the game against Chesterfield FC, which behind the scenes took a lot of arranging to do, but is now going ahead. How's it feel to be managing against your former club?
Yeah, it'll be great, to be fair. Obviously it's a long time ago before I played for Chesterfield, so obviously there'll be nobody really there. I think Carl Muggleton was there when I was there, so it just goes to show how long ago. I'm not going to say how many years, but it was a few years ago. So it'll be great. Yeah, great to manage against your ex-club if it's a pro club or non-league club. It's always good and exciting, and you always want to put a good performance in. So nothing will change. You know, it's my own personal prediction and what have you. I'll keep to myself, but yeah, be alright.
Right, thank you very much, Dave Hoole.
Cheers, mate.